Welcome back. This is chapter second, The Dress, written by Margaminko, and today I'm going to explain page number 14 to you. So here we go. You only notice when something is missing because it has to be repaired or because you have lent it, for example. So here the author makes this remark sarcastically, mockingly, to speak of the things once part of their family, once the proud of the family. So she says, you only become aware of the things when the thing is missing. So missing maybe for two reasons. One, when it has either gone for repairing, or in the other case, you have lent it to someone else. So in these cases, the thing might go missing from its place. So she says in this way. Again, I heard the unnatural sound of my voice, and I went on. Again, the voice was unnatural. The voice sounded unnatural to her because here she was not able to open up. She had something going in her mind, but she cannot open it up. So the voice is unnatural, sounding unnatural to her. But she continues to hear a lot more of such unnatural sounds here. So she continues to hear. So what said here next? I remember my mother once asked me if I would help her polish the silver. Then the girl carries on. She keeps on saying that once she remembers that her mother asked her to help her polish the silver. It was a very long time ago, and I was probably bored that day, or perhaps I had to stay at home because I was ill, as she had never asked me before. So she asked her that day, only on that day, and it was very long time ago, and probably she was there at home, and she was either bored that day on holidays, she was bored, or in the other case she was ill, and that's why she stayed at home. And since she had nothing to do, so mother asked her if she could help her polish the silver, because that was the only occasion when mother asked her to polish them. Otherwise she never asked her. I asked her which silver she meant, and she replied, surprised, that it was the spoons, forks, and knives, of course. Okay, so then she wanted to know which silver she meant, and her reply surprised her. She was surprised. She was astonished that it was the spoon, forks, and the knives that she used every day to eat off. And that was the strange thing. I didn't know the cutlery we ate off every day was silver, and that was very strange thing, because she used it every day, and yet she was not having any idea that what she was eating off was silver. The girl laughed again. Again, the girl gave a peal of laughter. I bet you don't know it is either. I looked intently at her, and she said, I bet. I challenge you that even you have no idea of it. You cannot have any idea of it even. And the author looked intently at her. The author looked at her very closely. What we eat with. She says, I bet you don't know it either, what we eat with. Well, do you know? Then she continued and she finished that question and said, well, do you know? Do you have any idea about it? She hesitated. She walked to the sideboard and wanted to open a drawer. I'll look, it's in here. Then first she hesitated a little, well, because she was not sure whether she should show it to her or not, or in the other case, if she had shown her and mother was say mother didn't like it, so in that case that won't be good. So she hesitated a while, and then she walked to the sideboards. Then she walked to the sideboard that is a small drawer. So she went there and wanted to open a drawer, and then she wanted to open a drawer, saying that look, it is in here. It should be here. I jumped up. I was forgetting the time. I must catch my train. She jumped up instantly. She looked at the watch and jumped up instantly and said, I must go. I must catch the train. I must catch my train. Because it was time and she had to return by the train, that particular train. She had her hand on the drawer. Now she had the hand on the drawer. Don't you want to wait for my mother? She asked if she would not wait for her mother. Okay, no, I must go. I walked to the door. She said, no, I must go. I cannot wait for your mother. And saying this, she walked to the door. The girl pulled the drawer open. I can find my own way. And then she opened the drawer. The girl pulled the drawer and drawer open, and she wanted to show them to her. But then she said that she had to go, and then she said that she wanted to say that she would find her way out to the door. She need not come out to the door. As I walked down the passage, I heard the jingling of spoons and forks, and as she walked down the passage, she heard the jingling, the clanking, clattering of the forks and spoons. At the corner of the road, I looked up at the nameplate. She looked at the nameplate at the corner of the road, and it read Marconi Street. I had been at number 46. The address was correct, and then she just thought of the house number. The house number was 46, so she was correct. The street was correct. The house number was correct, so the address was also correct, and she knew it. Still, she confirmed once again. But now I didn't want to remember it anymore, and she said it to herself that she didn't want to remember this address anymore, that she must forget this address. I wouldn't go back there, because the objects that are linked in your memory with the familiar life of former times instantly lose their value when severed from them. Okay, so she said that she would not go back to that place because her logic is when the objects that you remain connected with, that was part of your memory, past memory, those things suddenly lose their significance, their value when severed from them, when or they are shivered from the memories. If the things are shivered, things are disconnected from the memories of the past, that is, you stop thinking of the things, and the memories also, from the memory also you cut off those things, then in that case you lose the value. The things lose their value, their significance, their importance. Or you see them again in strange surroundings, and again you see them in strange surrounding. That is, if you go back again, you see them in strange surrounding, and she didn't like to see things again in strange surrounding, in strange setup. And again, if in the other case she had brought them back to her place, again all the things would be placed in a strange setup, in a strange surrounding, because here now she had a rented room, and there the space was not sufficient. And what should I have done with them in a small rented room where the shreds of blackout paper still hung along the windows, and no more than a handful of cutlery fitted in the narrow table drawer? Again, she thinks, what should she do with those things in a small rented room? Because here these things would again be placed in awkward ways, and again that would give her pain. Again, here in this rented room, space is not sufficient. Moreover, she is not able to take care of all the things, because one of the things she points out here is, once she used some paper, a color paper, for say for decoration purposes, and it was used there on the windows, maybe on the window sills and other places. So there the shreds, the parts of the paper, pieces of the paper still hung, and they have taken black color. That is, she was not able to take care of all the things that carefully, that meticulously. And so those would be useful. She would be not able to take care of those things. And again, the cutlery that she was having in her small narrow table drawer, there she had only a small, a little handful of cutlery, and if she brought them back again, they would be there only in the cupboards. I resolved to forget the address of all the things I had to forget, and that would be the easiest. So I resolved to forget the address. So you decided to forget the address, and what it says here, of all the things I had to forget, that would be the easiest. And she says that all the things that she should now forget, she should sever her connection with. In of all of them, this would be the easiest one. That is, forgetting these belongings from her past would be the easiest thing. So this is all, and with this we have come to the end of this chapter. So thank you for now.